In a second, that looks like a good-sized plane came in and hit the World Trade Center.
This new law that I signed today will allow surveillance of all communications used by terrorists, including emails, the internet, and cell phones.
After the attacks, the government gave itself the power to read every email, listen to every cell phone. But they needed something that could sort through it all. Something that could pick the terrorists out of the general population before they could act. So when they finally got a system that worked, they kept it secret.
So how do you know about it?
I built it.
His name is Edward Snowden. He's an American former CIA employee and computer technician. Today, he came out as the leaker of classified NSA documents that spell out a secret surveillance program.
What have these capabilities done? We have talked about 54 different terrorist-related activities. I put them up here so that you can see what we've been able to do. These are facts. By alarming people and say they're reading all your email, they're listening to all your phone calls, you know, it's wrong. It's absurd.
Now's the time to pull back the curtain.
And welcome to the trial of the United States government.
One man is responsible for the most invasive surveillance technology in the world. Well, before we release anybody, we need to hear your testimony first.
On September the 12th, 2001, I began coding a complex surveillance system that would be known by many code names over the years, although I always just called it the machine. By the time we turned it over to the government in 2009, the machine had helped stop 54 terrorist attacks, saving an estimated 4,000 lives. I don't know how many it's saved since.
You have access to it. Can we turn it off?
You have nothing to fear from my system, Mr. Collier, I assure you.
You'll forgive me if I don't take you at your word.
The machine's only output is a number. That's all the government ever gets. Just a nudge to say, there's something you should look at here, and then it's up to us to figure that out.
So it brands people as suspects, guilty until proven innocent.
No, not my intention.
That's what happened.
It had to be a closed system. It was the only way to protect people's rights.
You expect us to believe you gave one thought about people's rights as you were building the government a weapon of mass surveillance?
It's not a weapon.
What else would you call it?
I would call it the best I could do.
And it never occurred to you the damage this thing could do, the lives it could destroy.
It occurred to me on day one, Mr. Collier, and every day since. If you're asking me if I feel at ease with what I've created or whether it was the right or the wrong thing to do, I honestly don't know. But I designed the machine in part because I was worried, and I remain worried about what someone else might build.
You want me to give a private corporation access to the government feeds? To 300 million Americans? Just so you can sell the information back to us?
Samaritan is far superior to your last endeavor. It'll answer all your questions. Won't create riddles. There'll be no numbers to sort through. No uncertainties about culpability. Just pure, unfettered information.
Why would we agree to that? If we don't own the system, what exactly do we get?
Plausible deniability. Samaritan is privately owned by a third party. One that can shoulder the blame for your next civil liberties scandal.
And if I say no?
Those are my terms, Senator. You must ask yourself this. Do you want to prevent acts of terror? Or do you want to stay in the dark and watch your country burn?
Are you or are you not part of a vast, sustained criminal conspiracy?
The hell are
to
you?
spy
What
on every woman,
man
and
no
child
right.
in the U.S.
You have no power.
Since
And the only
2005.
criminal here is you and your terrorist organization.